Yes, 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 yes. Welcome back to 108 Dragons TV, baby. It's your host, Lemon23, aka Lemetheus, and I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend of multiplayer mayhem. And if you was with us on that live stream, you seen that Mortal Kombat getting crazy this weekend over there on that Mixer platform. I'm sorry about that, K-Maker. It's not personal. Facts. Now, if you're new here, consider liking and subscribing. It is greatly appreciated. Now, let's hop into this short, sweet gaming news and my opinion on the next generation of consoles. Facts. Now, for the first short bit of news today, but let me say this for the record. As it gets closer to E3, more secrets from devs and publishers are being kept close to their camps. But right now, we have a major title dropping tomorrow. Bethesda Rage 2. Yes, and they have gave us an outline for the rest of 2019 of content that we will be able to receive in the future. And it starts off with new weapons and skins and a world event called Bring the Ruckus. Shout out to my man Sean P. This will be followed up by a day 30 update with new cheat codes, make yourself before you wreck yourself world event, and more challenges and skins in June. As you look at the banner right here, it is showing you that they are well prepared for the future, and we will get free content in the 30-day update. I like this outlook. Now, this is a game that was prepared to drop for the future. New vehicles and more stories, weapons, and abilities. Wow. Damn full roadmap. Woo! Now that's what I'm talking about. Now, if you're here for the title, I'm here to talk about Scarlet, Anaconda from Microsoft, and the next PlayStation 5, the Navi 2, and a new Ryzen chip. You already know. We're going to start off with this Microsoft Outlook, man, and what people might be able to pay or willing to pay. Now, this is a good situation, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, everybody out here right now is not even prepared for 4K. We're not going to talk about no 8K here. We're not going to even sell you no dreams, because right now, dudes don't even got 8K TV visions or cash. That is way beyond the budget. But it is good to see that the PlayStation has went there and said they will have some form of support for 8K. It's possibly going to be upscaling. But let's get back to these two systems, Anaconda and Scarlet. Now, what I want to talk to you about, man, I just want to bring things in perspective. Right now, it looks like Microsoft will be dropping two major consoles. One for the power-hungry hardcore gamer who wants the best of everything. And then they want to be able to reach the casuals or the people who graphics just don't mean what they should or what they will be. They just want to play good games and innovative games. Now, what would be a good price? People keep debating all over the internet, man, and I think the magical price for next generation for hardcore consoles to sell like the Xbox One X took off, I think they need to come in at a price point at $500. I really believe that. I think $600 would be a mistake. Even though the hardcore would still go out and get it, it's definitely going to be a power difference. It's definitely going to be some type of RAM difference. I believe that also. Everybody keep talking about the CPU and the GPU being clocked down, but I really believe it's going to be those two differences. Now with Scarlet, the magic number of bringing the Scarlet would be $100 cheaper. I think a $400 price point would be a successful price point like the PlayStation 4. That would be an excellent addition in terms of our pockets. I really believe that, man. And for PlayStation 5, if it's not going to be as powerful as Anaconda, and maybe on the same level or a little bit more powerful than the Scarlet, 400 will definitely be a price point that people will be willing to take. Now, this time around, Sony has said there will be no mid-generation refresh, and it looks like all of these consoles will be at least double the power of the current console market leader in terms of graphics and ability, which is the Xbox One X. Now I look at this situation, I go, you know what? That's not a bad feat to aim at, because double the power of the X and what the X is doing right now, native 4K gaming with 6.2 teraflops. That's a good look. So if we get double the power out of both Microsoft and PlayStation, these systems will definitely be future proof, and it will definitely be on top of the game when it comes to being close to that PC counterpart. And I'm not talking about mid-level, I'm talking about high level, because from the history of gaming, consoles has always came out 6 months ahead, and after 6 months, that's it for them. PC has destroyed them. But it looks like they're going back to the drawing board, taking it where it needs to be, giving us bang for the buck, because I really didn't like this refresh generation console updates, because I spend big money and I don't want to be buying multiple of the same console to get better graphics. If I'm going to aim for the top, I want to buy the top. Like when I bought my graphic card for my PC, I didn't aim for mid-level. I waited till that 1080 Ti popped out and I dropped that money. But everybody ain't got that 8 1/4 for them custom cards. Now, another situation I want to talk about, man, and I hear people going crazy. And once again, 96% of the market can't do ray tracing. I'm going to say this again. 96% of the market PCs cannot do ray tracing. They tried to give it to the old 10 series cards and the 980, and guess what? They try to do it with software, and it does not match up to those RTX 20 cards. Facts. Now, I hear people saying that we're going to be getting ray tracing in the next 2 consoles. Now, let me tell you, if they don't have a built-in chip in both of these consoles, all 3 of them, it's going to be software based, and software based cannot compete with hardware decoding for ray tracing. Let's just keep this official, and it takes a lot to ray trace. I do not think that we should be focusing on fancy shadows and reflections of fires and eyelids and pupils, because what it's going to do is, if they're focusing so hard to bring something that's really technically advanced right now, and it's a hardware hog, it's going to take the performance away from the games that we will be playing. And I know y'all don't want that, because if they focus on that, it's going to be less graphics. And I want better graphics, better fidelity. I want more animations, and I want better physics. That's what I want for next generation. Leave ray tracing where it needs to be if you want to dabble in it a little bit, but don't take away from the game to give us fancy reflections. That's basically what it is, and I'm not impressed. Tell me what you think in those comments, man. I want to really know before E3 what y'all people think about the next generation, and are you willing to spend $500 for the Anaconda, or do you believe it's going to be $600? And do you believe the PlayStation 5 will try to match the Anaconda in terms of price point because they're bringing out one system? Or will you think they will aim at that base model and go bang for buck? I don't know, but next generation is heating up. E3 is around the corner. I really believe Microsoft is going to drop that heat and say this is what we're doing, because right now with the Navi and all that extra stuff, man, it's looking fantastic for the future. Now, it's told you it's going to be sweet, and a little bit of my opinion. This is not usually what I do, but like I said, towards E3, we ain't really getting that information because they're holding on to their content. But if you're new here, consider liking and subscribing. I got 240 to go to get to 1,000. Help me get to that mark, people. We out here in them gaming streets. And tune in this Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to your iTunes, Play Store, your App Store, and iOS. Download that Bushwick app. I will be live on the radio with my other ILP Iron Lords podcast, King David, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Download that app, listen to us live, or come to 108 Dragons TV, where I'll be streaming from Bushwick Radio, and we will be going over our E3 plans. That's what we're going to be doing out here. Bring your game, not your name. We in these gaming streets. That's all the news I have for you today. And I'm out.